Hello, welcome to Dungeon Girls Podcast. I'm your host, Justin. Today we're reviewing Masters of the Universe Revelation by Dark Horse Comics. This is issue 1 of 4, which is the official prequel to the upcoming Netflix animated series. The story was written by Kevin Smith and Rob David, but the script and art was by Tim Sheridan and art by Mindy Lee, which the art and the interior does not look as good as the cover. You gotta love modern comics. Though I was a fan of the colors in the book, but yeah, not a fan of the art itself. Here we see a King Grayskull and a young hero, back when he was just called Ro, which that's his father, by the way. There's King Grayskull, who is the hero of this book. So the story of this book is basically King Randor is attacked by this mysterious squid-like monster called the Orlax and is poisoned, but the monster has an ethereal form, so our characters couldn't kill it, which is weird because like it gets captured at the end of the book, so not really an explanation for that. Sorry, my dog is barking. It's kind of late. So yeah. So what ends up happening is that the heal the king, the sorceress takes He-Man back in time to see the origins of the Sword of Power, where we get this like retcon story of the how the King Grayskull created the Sword of Power, and we also see the Orlax origin story, which it turns out the Orlax was trying to send the people of Eternia a message, right? But because of what happened in the past, which it was kidnapped, it was captured by the Snake Men and used to try to assassinate King Grayskull's sons, which one of them died, and the Dar, or however you pronounce his name, died, and Ro was the last surviving one, which he becomes Hero later on, which I had a Hero action figure, but I couldn't find it. These were like the only two Masters of the Universe action figures I could find, which that's Evil Lyn. I forget his name. Obviously he was inspired by Conan the Barbarian, right? So what, it turns out at the end of the book you find out Skeletor, was controlling the Orlax in the present and was trying to find out what the message was that the Orlax was trying to tell the people of Eternia like a millennia ago, right? So that's when the issues end. My problem with the book is the dialogue is awful, and there's some political commentary in this book as well. The art is pretty subpar, and you would think Kevin Smith would have wrote the book, since he's in charge of the TV series and he's had experience writing comic books before. When he wrote the Green Arrow run, his Green Arrow run, and Green Hornet, right? And though his Batman books, there you see a grown-up hero, right there. One of my favorite Mattel action Masters of the Universe figures, by the way, which unfortunately I couldn't find. It's also, you found out that the sorceress was, or a chick that looked like the sorceress was the mother of Hero. Yeah. So overall, I did not like this book, but I thought it was okay. I'm giving it a 5 out of 10. Don't really recommend it, but I think if you're a comic collector and you're gonna try to flip this book, I think it's worth getting. I only paid $5 for this. It's $4 US. So I don't know. It might be, maybe the TV show will do well enough and we can flip it later on. which is the only reason why I bought this book. Then I like the cover, but apparently there's a Mike Miana cover, variant cover, which, fuck, if I knew that existed, I would have got that. Alright guys, that's it for this review.